Hey everyone, and welcome back to BMX News. This is a weekly BMX news show where I talk about everything that happened in the previous week in the world of BMX that I think you might care about. With that being said, let's jump right on into the news. The first thing that I want to talk about is something that I feel like doesn't fit in a category, so I'm going to talk about it first. And there's something very ironic that I kind of just noticed. But before we get to that, the thing that I want to talk about is that Rodeopeanut is dead. Rodeopeanut's Instagram is no longer a thing. I guess this is news because I feel like some of you will probably care about this. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think about it, so let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of Rodeopeanut being dead. And the ironic and funny thing about this is I feel like it's okay to talk about this now that Rodeopeanut is gone, but the last thing that I'm going to be talking about is where Nigel Sylvester is on Gary V's Pod Sessions podcast thing on YouTube. I just saw this go up. Literally, I'm the third view on it. I clicked on it as soon as I saw Nigel Sylvester on Gary V's YouTube channel, but I think it's kind of hilarious that Nigel Sylvester and the guy behind Rodeopeanut were in the same room, because the person who was behind Rodeopeanut, at least in recent times, now works for Gary V, and Gary V is talking to Nigel, someone who Rodeopeanut made fun of a lot. Like, he was a target all the time, every time he did anything. Gary V's in there talking to this guy as a creator and someone who he is pumped on. I don't really know how I feel about it. I just thought it was kind of ironic and funny that the first and the last thing that I'm going to talk about this week go together. Either way though, let me know what you guys think about Rodeopeanut's death in the comments down below. And now we can move on to the normal stuff that we talk about with sponsor news. First thing is a video welcoming Jarren Barboza to Volume. He's been on the team for a while now, and if you watch the video, you'll see why it took a little while for this video to come out. There's a ton of big and technical moves in here, and the last trick is nuts. 180 whips are no joke, no matter where you're doing them at, and to do one over a huge gap like he did in this video is pretty insane. Not to mention the fact that he landed perfectly. If you're interested in street videos where people go big and do technical stuff, check that one out in the links down below. Now we can move into the gigantic contests and jams section this week. Just like last week, we have the follow-ups to everything we talked about. The first thing is NORA Cup 2018. There's a few different links in the description of stuff to do with this. The first one is a link to the entire video of the live stream of NORA Cup as it went down. Then we've got a write-up on all of the winners with pictures from Jeff Z, and I successfully got every single prediction that I made for NORA Cup wrong. Every single one of them. I didn't get one right. And the winners are as follows. The Reader's Choice Rider of the Year was Felix Prangenberg. The video part of the year went to Dennis Enerson's Caps Lock video. The Trail Rider of the Year was Satoshi Enda. The Flatland Rider of the Year was John William Prevost. Then the video of the year was one from Sabrosa and Shadow. The Transition Rider of the year was Dennis Enerson. The Street Rider of the year was Simone Baracco. And the Legend Award, which I forgot to talk about, went to Van HOMAN. And the last video to do with NORA Cup in the description below is a standalone video where Scotty Kramer awards Van HOMAN with the Legend Award, and Van gives a short acceptance speech. It's only 3 minutes long, so if you want to check it out, links to that and everything else that I'm going to talk about today in the description below in the order that they're talked about. After that is a ton of stuff to do with Battle of Hastings. The first thing there is the PLAZA sessions videos. There are 12 videos, one from each team, where they had an hour to film in the plaza with 2 people from the team. So all 12 of those videos are on one ride page that is linked in a single link so that you guys don't have to sort through a ton of different links. After that, we've got a best trick live stream from Source, so you can watch the entire best trick section of the contest. And then we've also got a live stream from the final finals, so you can watch the entire finals stream if you want to. Then we've got a finals highlights video, as well as a best trick highlights video, both from Ride. So if you watch the streams, you'll see Ryan Fudger down on the course filming. That's what these are. And then we had a point of shooter video featuring the Battle of Hastings and some photos from it as well. With the Battle of Hastings being wrapped up, Team Jason Watts walked away with the victory, and it was a well-deserved one. Those guys all threw down. I tried to watch everything that I could throughout the weekend, and from what I saw, they absolutely deserved it. And there's just so much content from Battle of Hastings that it's a little overwhelming, but everything is linked in the description below. And all I have to say really after that is that this contest does so much for BMX and brings everyone, as far as the pros go and people around Source Park, together in one place for one amazing contest. And not only was the camaraderie and bringing everyone together aspects of this contest amazing for BMX, so was the level of riding that everyone brought to the table, and we can only hope that it continues and gets better in the future. After that, we've got some 2018 Vans BMX Pro Cup Tour stuff to talk about. The first thing is a teaser for the finals in Malaga, Spain. And if the teaser video from last year's contest is any indication of how crazy this one is going to be, it's going to be nuts. I can't wait to watch it. Hopefully they have more live streams like they did before. And if you want to get as hyped as I am for this contest, check out the only minute-long promo teaser that Vans put out. After that, we had another Path to the Pro Cup from Vans, this time featuring Kevin Peraza, and a highlights video from the Grindworks BMX Pittsburgh Street Jam. I went to one of these a couple years ago, and it was an amazing time. And the video that they put together from this year's jam looks like it was just as good of a time. And after that, we can move into the videos from this week. And honestly, with all of the stuff that we've talked about already, there's really no videos that I want to talk super in depth about. So I'm just going to list through the ones that are worth checking out in my eyes. The first one is a video with the 50/50 guys taking a mini ramp on a trailer through Times Square and riding it. It's on Austin Augie's channel, so there's a little bit of talking in the video, but it's absolutely worth checking out. How often do you see people riding ramps in Times Square? If you've ever been there, you know how crazy it is and how impossible it would be to get a ramp there without putting it on a trailer and driving it there. Then there's a video from Jesse Lee Sommer called Lithuanian Days. Then there's a video from Joel Dykstra. How do you say that? Joel D. We're just going to say Joel D. His 2018 video. Then a Jack Gruber Hard Yakka video from United. And then after that, a video called Find Your Freedom with Nikita Ducarroz. And a video from Weird and Revered called Strange and Deranged. Weird and Revered, Strange and Deranged. It's a mixtape. It's 12.5 minutes long, and it's featured on Dig's YouTube channel. After that, we can talk about some product-related stuff this week. We had a promo video for Yumi Tsukuda's signature fit bike. It's only a minute long, so if you enjoy Yumi's riding, you'll probably enjoy the video. After that, we've got Aaron Ross giving a rundown on his 2019 Sunday Forecaster complete bike in hot pink with sealed hubs, an integrated headset, double walled rims, and a mid bottom bracket. This bike seems like it would be a great value for just under $500, and for anyone who is in Ohio, the bike shop that I ride for, Brimstone Bicycles, actually has one of these in stock if you want to check it out in person. I was just there the other day, and I've got to say that this bike is 100% as pretty in person as it is in pictures and videos online. After that, we've got a promo video for the Vans Era Pro with Gary Young, as well as a video called The Complete Story with Brian Kachinsky, Dan Conway, and Albert Mercado from GT. It feels like lately and more than ever, companies are really focusing on their complete bikes and the riders whose bikes they are made to resemble. And this is something that's super awesome because a complete bike is usually a kid's first introduction into BMX. GT is also a company that I really don't remember focusing on their complete bikes or their signature bikes for that matter. So seeing them put this much time and energy and just money into this to make promo and have ads on Ride and hire Fudger and Jeff Z to make this promo content is really awesome, and all three of these guys absolutely deserve all of this and their signature bikes. And that's going to do it for the product section this week. Now let's move into the interviews. The first one is, I hope I say this right, the Imprimatur podcast. This one is with Little John. If you hadn't yet heard of Imprimatur, it's Mike Hinken's project. Mike is the TM for Madeira, so if you needed a face to put to it, there you go. After that are two different interview videos from two people that we just talked about in the product section. The first one is a RollBack podcast from Kyle Carlson, who runs Vital BMX, with Albert Mercado, who we just talked about with the GT Complete Story video, and then an Odyssey 10 spot with Aaron Ross, who obviously we just talked about with his complete bike from Sunday. Then we've got one featuring Luke Legrand called Thai Takeaway from BSD and Dig. And just like I said in the beginning, the video on Gary V's channel, the pod session featuring Nigel Sylvester, which I've already talked about. So that's going to wrap up this week's BMX news video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. What was your favorite story or thing or video that came out last week? What do you think about Rodeopeanut being dead? And if you did enjoy the video and you're new here, consider hitting the subscribe button down below. I come out with this news video every Friday, as well as a tips and tricks video every Tuesday, and other types of riding videos and streams throughout the week. I want to thank you for being here and watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for another video. Goodbye.